It's a Skyline, not a...
Skyline GTR.
You said it was a Godzilla.
That's their nickname. It's Godzilla.
Blink your lights. Blink your lights. Blink your lights.
So we haven't been posting a lot recently because I'm going to go over it a little bit more in the video. But we're building, or we're getting everything finished up with the bank for the property, the new property I built for the barn, and the bank is being an absolute pain in the ass to get everything finished up, and it's going to be incredibly expensive just in like closing costs and whatnot. So it's kind of hard to do these kind of things when you're spending that much money on land. Though I got a couple of videos coming up, but I wanted to film a quick Q&A because there's a lot of comments and whatnot that I felt I should probably like start answering because I hadn't answered a lot of them. So my girlfriend Desiree is here.
Hi.
She's gonna read and go over some of the questions with me. So go ahead.
We're also driving to Automotion right now.
Oh yeah, we're on our way to Automotion. I've never been there before. I'm in Wisconsin. And it's got like a huge burnout pit, drift pit, and whatever. And I would have loved to bring the 94 here and drifted it and whatnot, but one, drag shafts are really freaking expensive right now, and I can't really afford something like that. And two, because I'm not gonna drift a truck that the engine is hardly broken in. So
Heritage Henning said, one cool ass car, man. My mom and dad bought me a 61 four-door Comet for my 15th birthday. At the time, I was dealing with depression myself and barely ever got out of bed. I was then diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, which has helped me understand myself and embrace who I really am. 18 years old now, and my dad and I have been hard at work for about a year now. Progress is looking awesome, and then the Hopeless Project is looking very promises. Best wishes all the way from Denmark.
I didn't even know he was 18 now when you first read that. I thought he was like 18 back. Like I thought his parents bought it for him like brand new back in the day. I didn't know this was like only a couple years
this
ago.
is 18-year-old.
So I like when people put those kind of stories in the channel, because I always feel that if you feel confident enough to put a personal story on someone's YouTube video, you must feel that feel a connection or something that, you know, I don't know, it's very, I don't know, I feel connected, and I feel like I'm having a real conversation with people who watch the videos and whatnot. And also the depression thing, I like hearing about that because I never opened up about it on the channel because I was always worried that, like, I don't know, the stigma with men talking about their feelings and whatnot. And I'm not Mr. You know, men can't do this, men can't do that, women can't do this, women can't do that. I don't care. Anyone can do anything, but I always felt I shouldn't open up about it, especially on social media. I felt it would be a really bad idea, but it's surprisingly been really, really positive. Everyone has kind of came forth also with their issues, which I feel is awesome because we're all kind of this little community of people that are like-minded and going through the same shit, and we like cars. And Desiree also deals with
mental illness.
Yeah. So like with these kind of questions, we both can kind of talk about it too, which is nice because we're both the same.
Right. I mean, and there's so many people out there that have these types of issues or other mental health issues, and nobody talks about it like they should. It should be able to be talked about.
It was never something that was talked about in school, and like it's weird that having a YouTube channel is now what is actually, I'm seeing people come together with their issues and the battles they deal with silently, because it is a silent battle. It's nothing that's ever talked about.
Either Ian Wallace or Len Wallace says you should leave the cornball music out.
Yeah, so this one pissed me off. So first of all, look at where we're from. All right, we're from BFE. We like hee-haw ass music. Oh fuck Egypt.
Oh.
We're from the middle of nowhere, and like the music is just fun. And if you don't like it, that's fine. Don't watch the videos. It's not that big of an issue to me. If you're the kind of person that's going to bitch at somebody for the music you use on the YouTube videos, then just don't watch it. It's not that big of a freaking deal.
I mean, yeah, you're in the country, like.
I don't know. It's just like
country music.
Yeah, because it's just got some like banjo shit playing and whatnot, and then they want to get on there and bitch about our
just don't watch
music.
For the 4.3 V6 to V8 5.7 swap 1994 Silverado drag truck build, Big Country says, will this hurt the transmission since you're putting a 5.7 motor on a 6-cylinder transmission?
So there's there's actually quite a bit in this video of questions pertaining to the 4.3 to V8 swap. It's not as big of a thing as you guys might think it is. The reason it's taken me so long is because it's not just a 4.3 to 5.7 swap. It is a 4.3 to built as hell small block Chevy into a truck that is very custom. So it's taken that long.
Nikki's dad lives down there.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, he lives a bit away.
Yeah. Anyway.
So it's not as big of a thing as you think. Now, for the transmission, it's a very broad question because let's say you have a 94 also. Many transmissions came in those. You could have the 4L60E, you could have the MV3500 such as me. So, I mean, and let's say you have a 2500, which 2500s at that time did come with the V6s, and 2500s came with a 4L80. Actually, it might have been a 4L60 still if it was the 4.3 2500 package, but no, it won't destroy it. If your transmission's in good shape, no, it's not going to destroy it. Because it doesn't matter if you put something with a bunch of horsepower in front of it, no matter if it's a 4, 6, 8, freaking 10-cylinder engine, it depends on the power that you're putting out. If you're putting out a lot of power in front of a stock transmission, then yes, it will blow it up, no matter what engine you put in front of it, if it's making enough power. So it doesn't matter if it's 4.3, 3.8, 350, 454, whatever, it could blow it up no matter what it is. So I'm gonna say yes and no, depending on the horsepower. And I imagine if you're swapping the 4.3 to a V8, you're not wanting the same horsepower range as a 4.3, so yeah, it'll probably blow it up.
Ray, with a capital Y, says, what happened to tearing that house down and building shop?
So, we are still in the house, I'm sure as you can tell. We haven't torn it down because I bought another property because I was going to build on that property that the house is at, but with the neighbors and the drug use in the town and how dirty the town is, I decided I'm not gonna let my pretty expensive builds sit in a barn next to people like that. I don't want that. So I ended up buying a 2.5 acre piece of ground to build a bigger shop on and eventually build a house on, possibly, because it is kind of in the middle of nowhere and no one's gonna mess with my stuff. So we haven't torn it down because I'm gonna sell that piece of ground that we're on currently.
Ray also says, I have a 95 Chevrolet C1500 two-wheel drive with a 4.3L V6 in it. It has knocking, so I'm going to swap the engine, but not sure with what to go with. I can do a 4.3L swap or bump up to a 5.3L V8. I'm just not sure if it's worth it to move up.
So if you're daily driving this truck, if it's rod knocking, absolutely swap the engine. Depending on what your situation is, if you've got other vehicles, sure, go for a V8. If you don't, or not a lot of time, just throw in the same engine. They're extremely easy to swap. If you're going for a cooler swap or something a lot more powerful and something that's fuel injected and super easy to drive, LS swaps are the way to go. Always. They're amazing engines. They're incredibly reliable. very easy to wire in. The fuel system, super easy to fix up and get ready to go. So it just depends on the situation. If it was me and, you know, my engine is knocking, I'm just going to throw the same engine back in it that it had if it was like a daily driver.
Jim Walton said, "Hey buddy, J-Dub here from PA. Just found you. Keep the hustle. Stay humble and always talk about mental health and anything that is going on in your life. Makes a big difference to all of those that support you and mirror your feelings. Also get that content going. Keep your shop cleaned up, as I think that will help your views. Also just my opinion. I know your space is limited at times, but it would present better, I'm thinking. You're a talented guy, so don't be afraid of failure. I love your drive to make it right no matter how hard it is. Also make sure to ask the viewers for help, also to keep them involved. It would be cool to see you thrive. Keep your buddies involved also, as they are pretty cool. Keep on wrenching, my friend, and thanks for the content."
So for the whole keeping the garage clean, everything, I agree. It's just very hard to do when you've got so much stuff, you know,
On your plate.
so much stuff on your plate, and you've genuinely got so much physical objects, you know, parts, trucks, engines, and you're in a tiny garage, and you're working the whole day through and night, and then the next day you gotta go to work. So it's hard to do to keep it all clean. Not that I'm right or you're wrong. That's the case.
There's not enough time in the world.
No, there's not. And when you have as much shit as I do, and you're building a custom truck for the first time, it's gonna be dirty and it's not gonna be easy to do. So that being said, I haven't been cleaning it up since I haven't been able to do a whole lot of wrenching recently. So it's a little bit cleaner than it was. I'm getting there. But for the depression thing and everything, I think I'm gonna make it a little bit more of a prevalent topic to talk about on the channel, because it seems that everyone else is on the same page as me, or at least a lot of them, and we're very understanding of each other in terms of depression, and it helps me a lot, and I hope that it helps you guys, seeing someone that is struggling just as much as you, if not worse or the same, and yet we can all push through anything. It's hard, but it can be done, and I appreciate all the kind words that you said. That means a lot to me.
Wesley Silk said, "I'm doing the same thing you're doing, and I know I need to move the 5.7L forward in the engine bay 4 3/8 of an inch. Is that center of motor mount to center of motor mount, or is that front side of existing motor mount to back side of new motor mount bracket?"
So that should be center of existing to center of new location, but the thing is, though, with how manufacturing goes, and especially in terms of GM, they never drilled each K-member on each truck per engine that's going to be in it. They were drilled universally. So the K-member in every single Chevrolet truck, I don't know about the 6.5s, but I know all the gas trucks, they were drilled for a small block. And then if they had a V6 in them, they put a plate in that would relocate them. If they had a big block in, I don't know if they would move that or not, but if they did, it would be a plate over top. So if you pull that plate off that has your mount sitting on top of it, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're doing the swap, there's a plate that your existing 4.3 is sitting on. If you take that off, underneath that is the drilled mounts for a small block. All you gotta do is plop your small block engine mount right in there, throw it in there. It's that easy. You don't have to do any measuring. The holes are there already. It's that simple. I think I should have went for and just spent the money on a drive shaft to bring Betty here, which is the 94 black OBS Chevy. Yeah, I should have just went for it and got the drive shaft, because I feel so stupid driving around a stock ass single cab truck. Oops. Worth it. Still fun though. What's that right there? Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at the little Vespa. everyone's spinning their tires, everyone's getting tickets. It's amazing. Smoke filling the air. Whether it be soot or someone burning oil, it doesn't matter, it's great. Oh my
Is that the one
god.
that we saw that you were like, I like his car, man?
I've never seen one this close before. Holy shit.
It's a Skyline, not a...
Skyline GTR.
You said it was a Godzilla.
That's their
Or-
nickname. It's
Oh.
Godzilla. This is insane. This is beautiful. I hope the guys up there see me taking this video because it'll feel good. So, left foot on the brake. Don't hold it super hard. Just where the truck stops, right? And then when you're ready, mash the gas, and then once the tire starts spinning, let off the brake and just hold down the
Mash
gas. Yeah, mash it.
What does that mean?
All the way to the floor. Alright. I'll make it even easier for you. Ready?
What's this?
I'm just doing this
What
for
are you
you.
doing?
Alright, ready?
What is this? What are you doing?
I got it. Ready?
I don't know what I'm doing!
Mash it. Now. No. Oh my god.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Alright. Keep your foot on the brake.
Yes.
I'm talking put the gas all the way to the floor. All the way. And do not lift. Okay? Alright, go. All the way to the floor as fast as you can.